to talk about this again. We're talking about what really matters, honestly, and we were talking. This is what matters. Our community, is getting killed and in the streets by us, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, definitely, police violence is something that we should be looking out for. But I'm not worried about I'm a city resident. I'm not worried about the police. I'm worried about somebody that looks like me.
Right.
And let's see what the View is advocating for. They always talking about, BIPOC communities and things like that. Let's see this is clip number 1. Let's see what they advocate for on the View.
She was, I think, the guest of honor for so many people. I have a message for you from her, Whoopi, because when I saw her, I know her a little bit, and so I do too, did the hug thing. And I think we have a picture of us together. I forgot that she's 7'4", actually. I mean, I'm like Lilliputian next to her. But I said, I'm so happy you're home. And she said, thank you for all the advocacy you did, The View did, Whoopi did. I got the messages. Good. And that was really incredible to me because I'm on the WNBA Board of Advocates, and we had been speaking to the White House. You and I were constantly, speaking to the White House, trying to get her home. And it's so important for people to realize that kind of advocacy works. Yeah. Like, you can help people that are abroad. And I think we need to see more of that with Austin Tice, and we need to see more of that with
we have not done we have not done a lot.
And their families were there.
And their families were there last night.
Yes.
Right about the wrong thing.
Aren't they? Why do we know the name of Brittney Griner, who was away in Russia doing something illegal? Right. They got caught, but we don't know Isaiah Carter's name.
Exactly.
How much advocacy have they done for the 6 kids shot in Baltimore City? Nope. Or in Alabama a couple weeks ago when a Sweet 16 party was shot up? Was it 6 people? 6 kids were killed?
It was 6 people, but it was like the dozens have gone to the hospital. I think
it was like 27, I think.
Yeah, were injured. Yes.
What, do we know their names? Yeah. Is the View talking about that? These are Black and brown people getting shot and killed in Baltimore,
every day,
in Alabama, in Chicago, in Philly.
Every day.
Exactly. And she creaming over this Brittney Griner.
Right. Yes, and look, the fact she mentioned that she was on the advocacy board or something.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Right. But not only that, she doesn't advocate for Mr. Whalen, who's still a prisoner in Russian, right? I bet she doesn't know his name. And she's talking about these, I think it was another guy in Russia. I think his name is Mark. I looked it up earlier, Mark Fogel. He's still a prisoner in Russia, being in prison, illegally, or whatever the word is you want to use. But let me tell you what The View is. The View, they are a group of elitists, arrogant snobs, okay? And all they want to do is hobnob with the people who they think look good and that makes them look good. And they do absolutely nothing for any community except the elitists that they hobnob with. They are phony, okay? They are fake. And that Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and I don't know what happened to Joy Behar, all of them are full of crap. They just want to see me, look at me, I sound good, I look good on the red carpet, and I look good on the WNBA.
I don't think they look good. Whoopi can never look good.
But just like the bureaucrats in the school boards, just like the crime and the people that is not addressed here, this is what they're saying to the American public. This is what they are also saying. Because Sunny, Whoopi, and Joy, and all the other ones, they would not step foot in Baltimore City or Chicago or Philadelphia, or they would not do it. They will not do it. If they do, they're going to have an entourage of security, the same security, armed security that these jackasses on The View, then they will be advocating for us to be unarmed. But they will come in full force. They are phony. They are elitists. They are snobs. They think nothing of us and the people in the inner city that they claim to advocate for.
They think of us. for votes. They're stooges for the Democrat Party, period. That's what they are. They're stooges for the established Democrat Party. They push these issues that they feel Black and brown people will get emotional about.
Right.
But when it comes to the real issues that plague our community, like education, failing education systems, like violence in our cities, in our schools, like all of these issues, they could care less because it's being run by their Democrat cronies.
Yep.
So they don't want to talk about it.
They don't even live in the areas where they advocate for this stuff. But they live in protected glass houses and white picket fences, security out the yin yang. They don't even live and they don't suffer the consequences for the same policies that they advocate for.
Now, I'm not trying to tell people what to do with their time, but it seems very unnecessary and a waste of time to advocate for what you say, basketball across the world or whatever that is. It seems very unnecessary when you have children. I'm sure no matter where you live, there's an inner city. There are children who need time and energy to put into them. So it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You can always give back. Since you seem to care so much, you can always give back to your community if you really care.
They don't care. They only care about these issues that stoke emotion within the Democrat Party. Their base, these Black and brown people. The police violence. Okay, yes, it's tragic if a police officer shoots someone that is not. So they're not supposed to shoot. It is tragic. But that is not the majority of violence that affects our community.
At all.
We have failing education systems within many of the cities within the United States. They don't talk about that. Why? Because these cities are run by Democrats.
And it doesn't fit their narrative that white people or white supremacy is doing all of this to Black people. It doesn't fit the narrative that we're doing it to each other. It doesn't fit the narrative that, we're oppressed and we need this and that from the government to help us. So, yeah, I know her. Like, so?
That's what I said. I mean, these old lady groupies, just trying to stay relevant. And it's really sad. It really is. It's really sad. I mean, it's just like, I know her, and
Yeah. I mean, it would be something if they were actually putting out wisdom and
quality
that would be beneficial for younger people, but they're not. The ideas and the stuff that they put out is foolishness, and it really gets people a lot of dire consequences for years to come. Young people who follow them.
And they have I don't think any young people follow them. I don't think anybody follows them anymore. But they have the platform, and it's a waste. It's a waste of views. It's a waste of TV time.
It's a crappy view. It's a crappy view.
Yes.
It's a crappy view. What they talk about is crappy. What they look like is crappy. It's a crappy view.